Good morning. It is April 3rd and it is day 1. Warm in the springs, like sports bra and a t-shirt, and then it snowed a few inches last night. So I'm all cozied up, including mocks, and ready to go. So I am starting a 30-day meditation journey with this app called Insight Timer, which I purchased with my own money. Like, there's no association there, but they also have a free version of that app. The course I'm going to do is called Shift from a Scarcity to an Abundance Mindset, and it's with Sah D'Simone, who's this really cool Brazilian guy. Let me just read about it first. Over the next 30 days, you will revolutionize the way you view yourself and the world. You will graduate from all the sneaky ways that engaging with life from a scarcity mentality has induced shame, self-hatred, fear, and greed. By uncovering your abundance mindset, you will regain trust in your abilities and you will embrace life's challenges with a new attitude. You will learn to let go of previously held beliefs and mental blocks that have resulted in self-sabotage. You will be able to tackle demanding situations from a proactive stance instead of a fear-based reactive one. By the end of this course, you'll feel empowered to step out of your comfort zone and grab the limitless opportunities that life has to offer. So the reason I'm doing this is update. Yesterday and tomorrow are basically the last days I'll be able to work for a while with all this coronavirus stuff going on. Our hospital doesn't have a high enough census, so there's not enough to do. Even though I was the PT on the COVID ICU this month, we just have too many PTs. And I talked to my bosses yesterday. I'm PRN, so as needed. Even though for the past few years I've been able to get 30 to 40 hours every week, it's been great. This is just obviously a different situation than we've been handed before. So I'm kind of dealing with the fact that I'm not going to be able to work, both from the standpoint of I like my job and I like working, but also financially it would, I don't have sick time or PTO, so I won't be getting paid, but my husband Tim will be able to take some of my days off and we'll take turns, but I just feel like I need to have a better mindset about all this and look on the bright side of things, because we will have his pretty steady income. He might get called off a few times, but hopefully not very often. And we just started this Airbnb thing. We just bought this second house and all that was going great for like 3 weeks before COVID hit. But thankfully we found a long-term or like medium-term renter for the next 4 months for that little house. So we are covering our mortgage, which is a huge blessing. So yeah, I just feel like I want to have a better mindset about all this and shift from a scarcity to an abundance mindset. So my plan is I'm going to get a little journal, and I don't know, I think these meditations are 10 to 15 minutes. Before I move into them, my plan is to do just like a minute of breath work and maybe a minute or 2 of yoga just to get my body and breath moving. Because in the yoga practice, you have 8 limbs. Like the physical postures are just one of the 8 limbs. And the order goes, the 3rd limb is breath work, the 4th limb is asana, the physical posture practice, and then after that is meditation. So my plan is to do a little bit of that and then to move into my meditation, do some journaling, and then share any insights.
Hello, dear one, and welcome. This is Sah. I'll be your guide in this 30-day journey where if you suffer from scarcity mindset today, and don't worry about it, sweetie, because this can change.
So I haven't actually journaled in a really long time. I used to journal a lot in PT school, and it's been a few years. I'll do like one day and then it'll be gone forever. So I hope I stick with this because I feel like it just helps to get some things written down. But Sah D'Simone just had us, he taught us about what scarcity mindset is. It's just a feeling that you are not enough, or there will never be enough, or that you will never have the ability to achieve enough. And it can be in so many areas of your life. So he said time, relationships, health, intelligence, judgment, willpower, money, and so many more. So I just kind of acknowledged a few areas where I feel not enoughness. So right now it's not enough work hours, and that leading to not enough purpose, and also not enough money to do some of the things that we want to do. Like we just bought a house and want to decorate it. I know it's like first world things right now, but so not enough money or purpose or fulfillment or freedom or recognition or opportunity. So throughout all this process, also a lot of our favorite trips of the year got canceled. I'm not able to see my mom or one of my best friends who were supposed to come out. And we've also been planning for a trip to Africa for 4 years now, and that also got canceled, which I don't think I've even come to terms with yet, because it's like my biggest dream ever to take Tim to my favorite place in the world, but it will happen eventually. So then the opposite side of, the scarcity mindset, it brings a feeling of not enoughness, but it also brings a feeling of greed or over-consuming or overindulgence. And, he asked us to just identify where we feel that as well. And I've, in the past, I've had issues with overindulging in food, and I said, thankfully that has not happened yet, and I intend for it not to. But I feel like I'm just kind of keeping myself busy and just kind of go, even in these more quiet times. So over consuming just like activity for me. And then over shopping, I would say, like thinking clothes or supplements or house stuff will distract or fulfill me. And then I said I need to acknowledge that what we will have over this season will be enough and more than enough. And he just finished with talking about a little metaphor for weeding and nurturing the garden of our minds and our thoughts, which I thought was really beautiful, and it reminded me of a couple Bible verses. So Romans 12:2, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And then Ephesians 4:22 through 24, you were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. So definitely have some more stuff to work through, and this is gonna be a journey. I still feel kind of disappointed in my work situation, and how my bosses are not acting on our behalf. I have an assistant who wants to stay home and wants to be with her little children, and she volunteered to not work today, and I volunteered to work, and we asked if they would switch us because it just makes sense, and they didn't follow through with that. So I have not completed my journey, but I do already feel better, and I'm excited to see what the next 30 days bring.